Presented by Turkish Airlines, Spalding, and Intersport.
The playoffs are over. From Piraeus and Madrid, the showdown between last year's finalists. This is Bostjan Nachbar's second chance to win the title. Sasha Kaun talked to us before his fifth Final Four. Tyus flies to the top of European basketball. The Game 3, 4 and 5 MVPs and all the top 3 plays. They are not the reigning champions by chance. Once again, Olympiacos Piraeus, facing 2 consecutive do-or-die games, responded by winning both, forcing Real Madrid to unusual low-scoring encounters. The greatest factor in this fantastic comeback was not a 2-time winner, but Bryant Dunston, B-win MVP for both Game 3 and Game 4. In the thrilling 78-76 win on Monday, Dunston scored 21 points with an outstanding 9 on 10 by 2 points, adding 9 rebounds and 4 assists for a performance index rating of 32. Later, Bryant repeated himself when the Reds tied the series in a controlled ball 71-62 game. The forward from New York scored 13 points this time, plus 9 rebounds and 2 assists, also drawing 8 fouls, compiling a performance index rating of 25, the highest among players of the winning teams. Game 5. Adrenaline. Tactics studied in detail. The maximum concentration. The fate of a season in 40 minutes. These were the ingredients of the knockout game played between Real Madrid and Olympiacos Piraeus in front of 15,000 fans. On the line was a place in the Final Four. And the emotions became even more intense once the game started. Real Madrid took the lead with Sergio Llull, the real leader of the team and top scorer of the game. Champions' pride resisted thanks to their star man, Vasilis Spanoulis, a Greek warrior in Spain. In the second half, the visitors tried to stay in the game by attacking the ring. Rudy Fernandez, Felipe Reyes and Nikola Mirotic led Real Madrid's reaction. Pablo Lasso's team took control of the score, driven by a jubilant crowd. Their dreams of a three-peat evaporated, while the Blancos' dream is more invigorated than ever. Real Madrid reached the Final Four for the 6th time in their history, the 3rd in the last 4 years.
I'm very happy. I think we deserved the victory, above all for our fans who supported us always.
We are very happy. I think that we do a great playoff. And now we are in the Final Four. We want to work hard to prepare all the games, and I think that this team can win the Euroleague.
You play with more energy from Olympiacos this game. Everybody go inside, give everything, 110%. Defense, offense, we play with heart.
Today we proved we are a great team, able to support the greatest pressure. Only in this way we could win a very tough series.
On the night when FC Barcelona earned their ticket to the Final Four in Milan, a terrific Carlos Arroyo, back from a brief spell out through injury, shined for Galatasaray Live Hospital Istanbul by assisting his teammates and scoring. Up against him, and the two were often guarding each other, the other factor was Marcelinho Huertas, who was terrific in the last period, when he scored both from long distance and in the paint. For Barcelona, this will be their third consecutive Final Four, the seventh this century. One man in particular cannot wait to make the trip to Milan. FC Barcelona's forward Bostjan Nachbar and his teammate Juan Carlos Navarro are among the very few players that actually played in the first edition of the Euroleague in 2000-2001, when both were 20 years old. Now together they have the chance to lift the title next month in Milan. It would be the third time for Navarro, but for Nachbar, going all the way would be a new experience.
I never won a championship with the club, so at that scale, at that level. So that would mean the most, especially now that I'm not the youngest guy on the court anymore, and the window of opportunity is closing. That's why I want it so much more.
Over the years, everyone has always thought of Bostjan as an athletic and explosive player, and the fact that he joined a great club like Barcelona at 34 is proof that he has always improved over time.
I understand the game better. I think I'm a player who adapts to the team easily and accepts the role. I play 4 position now. I used to play 3 for the majority of my career. I think from the experience standpoint, I know when it's time to calm down a little bit, to bring the team together. But I also know when it's time to step up and to bring energy to the team. So I haven't done that in the past. When I was younger, I just focused on playing. Now I see games from different perspective, and I try to help in these areas also.
After starting out in his native Slovenia, Bostjan literally travelled all over the world. In every country, he learned something new.
Every place that I've been has contributed and helped me to become the player I am today. Obviously, starting in Italy with Benetton was crucial for me, for a young player to get a chance to play at the highest level and to do well.
It was May 2002 when Bostjan tasted his first and only Final Four in Bologna. Now, after so many years, he has another chance to make his dreams come true once again in Italy.
You have so many fans from different countries in one arena, all cheering for their teams. Everybody wants to win so bad. Me being there 10 years ago was the first time that I experienced such a big tournament. I know a lot of pressure comes with that. I know it comes a lot of responsibility, but it's something that every player wants.
An emotional experience that he will approach with the same spirit of 12 years ago, although now he has different teammates.
Whenever you have guys like Joey and Abrinius on the team, and Marcelinho Huertas is funny, Ante Tomic, and Erasmus Lorbek is a quiet but a very funny guy. When you have a mix of those guys, daily something funny happens. All that helps the team to become as one, to come together.
second week of the playoffs started with a no-tomorrow situation for Panathinaikos Athens. Down 2-0 against CSKA Moscow, the Greens stepped up their defence and were more clinical under the boards. Stefan Lasme and Zach Wright were able to take this fabulous series to Game 4. In Game 3, Dimitris Diamantidis reached another milestone by breaking the Euroleague assists record with 978. And he distributed 6 more in Game 4. Once again in front of the Oaxaca crowd, the Greek point guard's radar was serving up some glorious passes to his teammates, sending 4 players into double figures, with Jonas Masiulis top scorer with 15 points. Moscow's pride was held intact by Vitaly Fridzin, who made a last-second shot with his foot on the three-point line to force overtime. 5 minutes of additional time, which rewarded all the home fans with what they were hoping for, Game 5. The centre in a team must always be a point of reference, which is exactly the role that CSKA Moscow's Sasha Kaun has played for his team since arriving in 2008, when he moved from the University of Kansas.
I try to be positive on the court, try to help the team whichever way that I can, try to be one of the leaders on the court. I like to play defense. I try to help the team that way, get stops, get block shots, or just kind of cover the paint and not let the other team score very easy. So that's kind of one of my main goals.
Sasha is a classic interpreter of his role. In a few seasons, he has become a king in the paint.
With Coach Ettore, it's been great. He's been developing some of the stuff offensively for me, and we run a lot of pick and rolls with me, and be able to jump and finish at the rim. So something that's been kind of good for us. We have Nena, who can play off the post, and I can play off the pick and rolls and stuff, and I think that's been working very well for us.
Even if shooting is not his most dangerous weapon, Sasha is perfect when he plays the pick and roll, with a little help from his teammates.
Teodosic can deliver the ball where I needed to be with the ball, not up high where I have to shoot, but, in the last part of the roll where I can just catch and finish. The easiest probably, in my personal opinion, is just a lob, we'll just throw it to the rim and I go get it and try to either put it in or just dunk it. So I think that's probably the easiest way.
Coach Ettore Messina's qualities, technically speaking, are universally known, but what Sasha particularly appreciates in him is his psychological approach.
His understanding of players, he really understands who is, best at what position and what does best and stuff, and then he tries to kind of help everybody to be at their best.
Which is a necessary quality when you are leading a team like CSKA, with all those great players.
We have a very deep team. We have a lot of different combinations of players so we can use and put on the floor.
CSKA's title chances were still wide open.
We've came several years very close, but just couldn't accomplish it, and something that I really want to do.
On the night of the do-or-die Game 5, CSKA Moscow took an early lead over Panathinaikos Athens from tip-off. Milos Teodosic brought the first period to an end and also scored the first basket of the second. CSKA wrapped up the first half with a 35-21 lead. In the third quarter, Vladimir Mitsov completed another terrific partial run of 11-0, virtually ending the game. Victor Kiriapa was the second highest scorer for the home team after Sasha Kaun with a double-digit effort. CSKA won 74-44, handing out the heaviest defeat in Panathinaikos' history. The Russian champions reached their 11th Final Four in the last 12 Turkish Airlines Euroleague campaigns, having only missed out in 2011. They will face Maccabi Tel Aviv in the semi-final on May the 16th in Milan. Sasha Kaun dominated Game 5, becoming the last B-Win MVP of the playoffs, in addition to celebrating his personal 5th trip to the Final Four. Kaun tallied a season-high 18 points on 7 of 9 shooting and netting all the 4 free throws he earned. The centre from Tomsk, 29 on May the 8th, added 9 rebounds and 2 blocks, drawing 3 fouls for a performance index rating of 29, which was the highest among the 44 players to take to the floor in Game 5 of the playoffs. With the series levelled, Maccabi Tel Aviv and EA7 Emporio Armani Milan were back on the court at a sold-out Nokia Arena. The unique atmosphere brought out the best in Sophocles Skortsanitis and the Yellows. Against coach Luka Banki's well-organised defence, Maccabi responded with no fear at all. The Israeli team went into Game 4 with huge enthusiasm. Milan were conscious that there was no more room for error, and they put their faith in their best scorer, Keith Langford. EA7 feared the mismatch in the paint with Skortsanitis, but eventually surrendered to the athleticism of Alex Tyus. With an unforgettable fourth quarter, Maccabi claimed the series and earned their ticket to the Final Four. The 12th time for the Yellows since the format was chosen in 1988, and 3 years after their last appearance.
We've worked so hard for it, overcame so many obstacles and so much adversity. We were down, but we were never out because you guys continued to work and to believe and to trust each other. I've never coached a team that I feel deserves the kind of success that you guys had tonight because of the character that you have. Not stop here. Let's keep going.
Maccabi Tel Aviv's incredible potential in the paint has a lot to do with one of the most explosive athletes of the Turkish Airlines Euroleague. Alex Tyus, a forward in his first season with the Israeli team.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I grew up playing baseball, football, and basketball when I was around 8, 9 years old. And as I continued to get older, I stuck with 3 sports until high school, and I focused more on basketball.
Alex's childhood memories are related to those of his first coach.
My dad was the first one that put a ball in my hands, and he would always play with me, and he got me a basketball goal to put out in the backyard. And growing up, I always played basketball with him. And you know, as I got older, I had friends come over, and we would have a great time all night.
In light of his technical and athletic skills, Alex prefers to play near the ring, where he is devastating.
One of the first things is athleticism, a very good finisher, a rebounder, blocking shots. Mainly just making plays to change the game.
Decisive plays that you can often find in the block stats. This is the talent most feared by his opponents.
A lot of it has to do with timing and reading the situation, when the guy's going to shoot the ball, and getting a feel of when to jump and when to react and try to block a shot or change a shot. I think it's something that's hard to teach, and something I take pride in, and helping us win games.
Even during these playoffs, Alex's athleticism has been decisive. For instance, in Game 1 against EA7 Emporio Armani Milan, he silenced the Mediolanum Forum with 2 huge plays.
Knowing that, Langford was going to probably take the last shot, and I saw he started to drive. I was just trying to jump as high as I could and get my hand up as high as I could, and was fortunate to get the ball.
The second one came at the beginning of overtime. Nothing accidental. Rice knew that only Alex could reach that ball.
Trying to be really quick and fast on the pick and roll helps me get easy baskets, and Tyrese, he threw me a great pass, and he put it right there where I could finish it, and it felt good. My teammates, they've been talking about it all the past 2 days.
The team's reaction to the individual feats is perhaps the real secret of the team, coached by David Blatt.
We're like brothers, and we get along very well off the court, and I think that helps us have a special connection on the court.
Now let's check out the top 3 plays. First up from Game 3. Number 3, Athens, Greece. Michael Bramos missed his long-range shot, but James Gist pounces on the rebound before showing incredible athleticism to spin and rise high for an emphatic slam. Number 2. Istanbul, Turkey. Final few seconds, Barcelona leading by 1, but Carlos Arroyo thinks he scored until Joey Dorsey appears to swat the ball against the glass for a huge and series-clinching block. Number 1, Piraeus, Greece. Inbound pass from Kostas Sloukas for Olympiacos, and Matt Loyeski simply explodes to the basket, rising high over Salah Mejri and throwing down a brutal dunk. The top 3 from Game 4. Number 3, Tel Aviv, Israel. En route to a series-clinching home win for Maccabi Electra, Ricky Hickman bounces through a pass, and Alex Tyus lights up the Nokia Arena with a monster slam. Number 2, Athens, Greece. James Gist receives a pass with his back to the basket and creates space with a couple of fakes before soaring to the rim with a sensational dunk. Number 1, Athens, Greece. Gist goes up to the basket in full flight, but Sasha Kaun produces an incredible vertical leap to defend CSKA Moscow's basket with a magnificent block. And to finish up the top 3 plays from Game 5. Number 3, Madrid, Spain. Tremel Darden blocks a shot from Vasilis Panoulis, and the electric Sergio Yui takes full advantage by racing away on a fast break and finishing with a layup. Number 2, Moscow, Russia. Aaron Jackson races to the basket for CSKA Moscow, but the athletic Zach Wright rises high with a perfectly timed leap for an emphatic block. Number 1, Madrid, Spain. On a big night for Real Madrid, Rudy Fernandez provides a pinpoint pass, and Tremel Darden goes up high to slam down a spectacular alley-oop.
Presented by Turkish Airlines, Spalding, and Intersport.